Good evening, everybody. I call to order this regular meeting of the Elk Grove Park District. Today is February 11th, 2016. It is 7:10 p.m. We try as much as possible to start these meetings at 7 o'clock. We had our committee of the whole run just a little bit long, so I apologize for that. Can I have roll call, please?
President O'Malley.
Here.
Commissioner Sauter.
Here.
Commissioner Wells.
Here.
Commissioner Biecki.
Here.
Commissioner Cook.
Here.
Okay, first order of business is approval of minutes. I have the committee of the whole meeting and the regular meeting of January 28th. Do anybody have any changes or corrections to these two sets of minutes? Hearing none, I just need a voice vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Kathy, 5-0. I also have February 1st, 2016, a special public meeting, and February 1st, 2016, closed session meeting. Any changes to those two sets of minutes? Hearing none, I need a motion and a second for approval.
So moved.
Second?
Can I have roll call, please?
Commissioner Sauter.
Yes.
Commissioner Wells.
Yes.
Commissioner Biecki.
Yes.
Commissioner Cook.
Yes.
President O'Malley.
Yes. Next up is public communication. Nobody's in the audience, so there won't be any comments from the audience. Do any staff or commissioners have any correspondence to share with the public or with each other at this time? Hearing none, we'll move on to business. Recommendations for acceptance and approval. First up is recommendation for approval of a bid from Midwest Transit of Kankakee, Illinois for a 2016 Chevrolet Starcraft 14 passenger activity bus not to exceed $45,901. Need a motion and a second?
I will make that motion. Second.
Any discussion regarding this? Hearing none, we'll move on. Roll call.
Commissioner Wells.
Yes.
Commissioner Biecki.
Yes.
Commissioner Cook.
Yes.
Commissioner Sauter.
Yes.
President O'Malley.
Yes. Next up, I need a motion and a second recommendation for approval of the purchase of 75 high-powered GPS units from To The Green GPS Technologies in the amount of $18,225.
So moved. Second.
And my question will go to Tom Kloss. When will they be delivered? When will they be put on? How many actual golf carts do you have?
We have
Just give us a
75.
background.
We have 75 golf carts, so there'll be one for every cart. They'll send us 4 additional ones in case any go down. They are holding our place right now until we get official approval, so that we can get them set up in the beginning of April.
Any other golf courses using this particular company?
Yeah, close by us, McRae Golf Course uses them, and then they've got a lot down south.
Okay, and only positive things, obviously.
Yeah, I checked with McRae. They've had no issues with them. Reunion Resort down in Florida's got them on their 2 courses, which are higher end course, and they've had no issues. So.
Okay.
And the ones we have on now are, I think, what, 3.5 screens or 4 inch?
Yeah, they're like a 4-inch screen. I do have
7
one here that if you do want to see it afterwards, I can show them to you. That they've got a demo unit, but it's a 7-inch monitor.
7 inch, yeah.
It'll actually have the whole layout on it with the yardages to the front, middle, and back of the green.
And hazards.
Yes, it'll have all the correct hazard markings and stuff. So
Do we get to push any advertising or anything on these?
we can. That is an option that we can trigger advertisements to come up on there. Whether it's internal or external, and we want to try to sell it, that's up to us.
Rent it to the village.
Is the measurement, is it to the center of the green, or is it?
It'll give you front, middle, and back
Front, middle,
on
and
there. Yeah, and these ones also come with the cart tracking ability as well, so that in the pro shop we'll be able to see where carts are at on the course. You can program cart path only. You can, if carts go off, or if there's lighting delays, you can send messages right to the carts. You can communicate directly on the screen with people. So.
How does the cost of this batch compare to the other one?
With the originals,
It's cheaper.
yeah.
Yeah, it is cheap.
Our
I was
original
gonna say, when I saw that
Yeah.
price, I'm like, man.
Our original ones were $29,000 and change for the ones back in 2009.
Nice.
Any other questions regarding this purchase? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Biecki.
Yes.
Commissioner Cook.
Yes.
Commissioner Sauter.
Yes.
Commissioner Wells.
Yes.
President O'Malley.
Yes. Next up is recommendation for approval of the purchase of a John Deere Fairway mower from JW Turf through the National Joint Powers Alliance's purchasing program in the amount of $49,310.13, which also includes the trade-in. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion regarding this? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner Sauter?
Yes.
Commissioner Wells?
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi?
Yes.
President O'Malley?
Yes. Item 5D, recommendation for approval of the purchase of a Kubota utility vehicle from Burris Equipment in the amount of $16,705. This will also include the trade-in. Need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion regarding this purchase? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Sauter?
Yes.
Commissioner Wells?
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
President O'Malley?
Yes. Let's keep the golf course purchases going. Recommendation for approval of the purchase of a Yamaha maintenance cart and Yamaha personal transportation vehicle from Harris Golf Cars in the amount of $12,258, which includes trade-in.
So moved.
Second.
Kathy, you can pick the second. Any discussion? Okay, congratulations, Bob. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Wells?
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner Sauter?
Yes.
President O'Malley?
Yes. Next up, I need a motion and a second to approve, on approval of execution and delivery of employment agreement with Tom Busby as executive director.
So moved. Second.
Bob, you take it.
And before I have roll
Is it my
call,
mayor
I'll
first
let the
ever?
public know, and even staff, if they didn't, we did do a review of Tom Busby's 2005. That's when Tom first... Okay, good one, Ralph. 2005, he came on in the end of February. We were extremely happy with the services that we had. It was a really long meeting. We started at 6 o'clock. We didn't even complete it until about 9:15. Concluded with his 2016 goals. We'll be meeting with him more regularly. The board is unanimous. We are happy to have Tom. The execution of this agreement will keep Tom with the Park District through the next 3 years. We've included some of his step increases that can always be reviewed in this contract, but that'll be signed tonight. So any other commissioners with any other statements regarding the execution of this contract?
Proud to execute it.
Great job.
Kathy, roll call, please.
Commissioner Bianchi?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner Sauter?
Yes.
Commissioner Wells?
Yes.
President O'Malley?
Yes. We're at the point for items for information. Our directors, we'll start off with Tammy Miller, running the leisure services.
So we had preschool registration last Saturday, or starting to have preschool registration last Saturday. That was for the district residents. We had an extremely good turnout. We had 11 more families on that particular day this year than we did last year. So we're headed for another good turnout for our preschool registration. There are several classes that still have wait lists, and there's a couple of classes that still have openings. So we're still taking those registrations. Also on Saturday of last weekend, February 6th, was our daddy-daughter date night. It was sold out, so we have a lot of, did you enjoy
Always a
yourself?
great time.
Yeah,
Loved it. I love
a
it.
great time. So we're actually looking to, should we have another venue, or should we keep it and just not, and keep it closed, till we get a sellout? So we're looking at those things, because maybe, I think we turned maybe 10 or 12 people away even that night. So we'll have to take a look at that. For the remainder of the month of February, we have some great wellness events coming up, a Zumba party on February 19th, and Yoga by the Fireside on February 20th. So if you want to do yoga, it'll be by the fireside on February 20th. We have a special event at the Carousel that's new this year. We've had some young families, people with young families that have said, you really don't have anything at night after we get home from work for our preschoolers and our young, some of the elementary kids. So we have a special event at the Carousel. It's a tea party on Monday evening, February 22nd, which starts at 6 p.m. So it's a Monday night that we usually don't have rentals, and this is a good opportunity for families to come to the Carousel. Also, looking ahead to March, we have a mother-son game night on March 4th, and then our theater production of Beauty and the Beast Jr. is going to be the weekend of March 11th. It starts on a Friday night, and then Saturday, March 12th, and Sunday, March 13th. March is also our bunny month. A lot of bunny activities and Easter egg and that kind of thing. So I invite everybody to check their brochure or their website for those kinds of activities. And then finally, we're still selling our Rainbow Falls Water Park season passes at the early bird rate until April 1st. So for people that are thinking about the warm weather, we invite you to get that early bird rate before April 1st. You will receive a free cooler bag, and if you haven't seen those, they're on display at the front desk. They're pretty cool, and it's perfect for carrying all your things to the water park.
And admission to a couple special events for just season pass holders only.
That's correct. So we've got some special incentives.
Tammy, how do we compare price-wise, not so much efficiency, with our preschool? The school districts have started offering this. A couple churches have started offering this. Are we still the game to beat? And as some of this competition, and maybe it's not competition, but as some of these other services are offered by other institutions,
Well,
how are we combating that? And is it maybe time that we bring Jennifer up to the microphone and start selling what we do best?
Well, I think Jennifer would love to come and talk, first of all, but the thing that we lost was kindergarten, because the school districts are now offering kindergarten. So that's what we lost. But as far as the preschool program, we're still doing very, very well, and we're right there. We're very competitive. In fact, I think because we have such longevity of our teachers, and it has a great reputation, and now we're soon to be accredited, I think that's going to even encourage more people to come. So I would invite Jennifer to come, but I think our preschool program is exceptional, and that's what we've heard, great feedback. We're doing a new Get Start program. In fact, it just came not too long ago. It's Get Ready or Get Start for kindergarten, and it has some great curriculum, and I think that's where we're really going to be ahead of the game with other preschools. So that's what
Because most of this board has had our own children go
Yeah.
through the preschool system
Yes.
and early childhood development. We know the benefits, but sometimes the public doesn't unless it's word of mouth.
right.
So,
So this new curriculum that we'll be starting in the fall, it really gears toward the local school districts so that these preschool children will be ready for kindergarten, and it's a wonderful program. It's really exciting. And then the accreditation is also a big plus. So that's supposed to, we'll have a visit from the accreditation consultant, I guess is what you call her. She'll be coming out next week. So hopefully that'll be it.
well, feel free to brainstorm with marketing, whatever it takes to let our children and the parents of those children, if they would get them to the preschool, maybe it's time to, offer them some incentive to, get to the pavilion, get to our ball fields, et cetera. So
Well, I
let's
think
be the
that's
best product out there and show it.
right. We're really proud of that because that's where our young families start, and they first get a taste of the preschool, and then they get a taste of everything else that we have to offer. So I think it's been really a great start.
Okay. Do any commissioners have any other questions for Tammy or comments?
No, just a comment. I was at the pavilion. It's the winter time and it's Friday night, and I'm there quite a bit. But I did have a chance to pop my head in towards the carousel and jumps and jiggles, which at my kids' age, I don't go down that hallway too often. So I was glad I did. But what a genius move putting in that. We'll call it like a barrier, but you've turned it into like a little seating area.
Oh yeah, it's really
It's unbelievable. It kind of corrals the kids, for lack of a better term, and then it allows the parents to sit on what would be, a backed bar stool type thing.
Right.
It looked so cool, and that wasn't there the last time I was there. So
Yeah, we've done some great renovations.
no
It's
doubt
been-
about it.
It's
And so if
very
you would
positive.
continue into the carousel room, you'll also see that there was major work done in there as well.
I'll do that Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Great.
It is.
Yeah.
We've gotten some really good feedback, and parents can actually sit and
Oh,
watch
it's
their kids.
double functional.
Yeah. It's been great.
Well worth the look.
Thank you.
And the passion of the employees there, like Karen Corso, that just believes so much in it.
Well,
It's
they're
really
great
nice.
with, and sometimes it's hard because parents don't always watch their children, so it's hard for the staff to say, you need to watch your children. But they're really good about, watching the kids and making sure everybody is safe, so it's very positive.
Okay,
I've got a quick question.
Sure.
I was looking at the fitness center report. This is the first time I've really seen sort of a reversal of late. And I know it's mentioned in the notes on the back that there were a number of withdrawals and that you're concerned about that you're looking into.
Yeah.
Have there been Has there been a lot of feedback as to why people are withdrawing?
We do an exit survey, if you call it that, and there's various reasons. Some people are moving, some people are, they don't use it anymore. Some people, their kids are gone, they're now college students or whatever. So there's various reasons.
Okay.
I can get that report for you if you'd like to see that.
Yeah, I would like to see that, actually. That'd be
Sure.
interesting. And then another question is, I know you do customer satisfaction surveys, those kind of things now and again. Have you done a pricing survey?
No, we haven't done one for a while. We do benchmarking, but we don't do a survey.
Well, no, I mean a
Is that what you're
survey, yeah,
looking-
get the users'
Yeah.
feedback on pricing and quality and value and all that.
We do surveys, but prices, we haven't done a pricing survey, but we do surveys that talk
No, I'm
about the
talking
value.
about pricing as
Okay.
the kind of the key part of this. I mean, let's make sure we're not losing people because of that component and.
That is not one of the things that usually comes up about when they leave to us. It's
Yeah.
usually because, well, I'm moving, or this is one thing or another. And some people don't use all of our amenities, so that might be something that they don't feel is a good value, but we have so many amenities included. So, I think people have to look at that as a part of that value.
Right, that was another policy change over the last few years to make that, go away from the à la carte pricing to the full facility type pricing, right?
We've always included everything. We've always had everything
Oh, that's right, you
included.
actually went the other way. You took some of the things out of the core price and made it more class-based.
The only thing that we took out was
The
the
instructors.
Pilates and the yoga, which are specialty training classes. So
Yeah, and I'm
That's
certainly
the only
not
thing we've taken
suggesting, this is more of a question, do you do those kind of surveys or have you done them? And
we do a lot of benchmarking.
if you're comfortable
We-
that that's not the cause, I just, I like to see the momentum continue. We've
Sure.
had, it's great equipment, great facility. I've been up there for a while.
We
Probably
just
need to
got
get
new
back up
equipment
there.
in. In fact, they're bringing in the new equipment now, and we've had some good things happen up there, so.
Okay.
And really,
Well,
Natsuko would be the one that gets probably 95% of the feedback. I mean, eventually it works its way back to Claire, but membership services and that, so she'd know.
And I know one of the things that they were talking about just this week was going through the corporate memberships again, because we'd lost a couple of corporate memberships. And as you recall, we did some restructuring on that, but that wasn't the reason. They just don't usually go after the corporate memberships until spring and summer, when they can actually go to those businesses. So we said, why are you waiting till spring and summer? Do it now. Do it in the winter,
Yeah.
So those are some things that we've been talking about.
Regarding the fitness center, also the babysitting service survey that was sent out,
Yes.
would you be able to, when you have all that data, share that with the board? Just be interested in the results
survey,
of
the
that
results?
survey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
Any other questions / comments for Tammy? Okay, Ben Curcio, Parks and Planning update. Let's try to top it.
Sure. Rainbow Falls Funhouse project is complete, I'm happy to say. They poured concrete 2 weeks ago. So that project was a carryover from 2015, but happy to say it's finished. So we're excited. The next step.
Of course, we won't know for sure until spring.
Well, he did test it. And he's actually committed to come back when we start it up. But he did do all the pipe testing. The village inspections have all passed, so we're in good shape. So pretty excited about that. I know Tom's excited about the guns firing a lot farther than they have in the past. So we'll have to dial down the pressure a little bit. 3 updates on the current 2016 projects. Rainbow Falls painting, which is the next step. Painting of the funhouse and the flume side. We're out to bid right now, and our bid opening is February 16th. Mowing services bid is out, and we're opening bids on February 18th. Herbicide spraying is out to bid, and we're bid opening February 18th as well. And my last update is the ice rink season still continues. We have 2 rinks open as of this afternoon, Homestead and Mead. Audubon, we're confident, should be open tomorrow. It's been a little tough winter for ice making, so we're still at it, and we'll keep going until the weather tells us to stop.
It was a good winter for testing pool equipment.
And that concludes my report.
Any questions or comments for Ben?
Just one quick thing. When I'm walking I park in Pirates Cove and walk past that outdoor pool at the pavilion. Would it extend the pool life if we put a cover over it, and so that the snow doesn't sit there, and all that, and then would that reduce the painting whenever you paint it? Would something like that benefit, or would that be something?
Well, I'm not sure how much those covers cost. They're probably not too expensive, but the epoxy paint's not that expensive, and it provides a pretty good barrier for that. So, I mean, as far as the concrete, it's concrete. It's going to last a long time.
Okay.
You know, so I don't know if you'd get a real good value. I'm not sure.
You weren't here a couple weeks ago. I think I mentioned it to Tom. It could have been off the cuff, but your mowing contract, why do you extend it so long? I think I saw one of the bills, we were still paying them off, or maybe they're mowing at the end of August or September. What's your thought process behind that? I would think that we feel overburdened, or we can't get the mowing when it's the wettest, and I do know we had a wet year last year, but cannot our own staff handle it through August and September, or when they're mowing once every 3 weeks instead of once a week?
No, we mow once a week, and then our mowing season's 33 weeks, so it's middle of April through middle of November. So every area is hit once a week, and then the athletic fields, soccer and baseball, are hit twice a week, and our staff does that. And we do that from April to middle of November too. So that's why we still continue with the mowing service, because we're still double cutting our athletic fields through the seasons.
And that's where the service is cutting the
No, the
fields?
service is cutting just our general parks, county, non-athletic parks.
And it needs to be, my question is, it needs to be cut just as much as the spring. I mean, I just look at it, our own lawns. I'm cutting more in the spring and early summer than I am in August and September. So
Yeah, once
is
a
there
week.
value to it once a
Yeah.
week, or?
Yeah, because it's an appearance, could be an appearance issue, because if you don't cut it 1 week and then get a lot of rain, then you're behind. The grass will grow, and then you're cutting more than you should be off of the grass, and then that's not good. And you got clippings everywhere, and people complain.
Well, that's why I thought the value was there in the spring. That's why you're still doing it once a week. Why wouldn't we do it more than once a week while the sports programs are playing when they're not playing?
Yeah, so we do the athletic fields twice a week, but so we will ask the mowing contractor if the grass is growing too fast to mow a second time if it warrants it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Golf operations update, Tom Kloss, please.
It's February, and there's really not a lot going on at the course, so I don't have a huge update. Our goal right now is really just to have everything in place so that once the weather breaks, we're ready to go and we can go at it full force. That's why we're getting all our purchases done, looking at our staffing. We've got a lot of job postings up on the Park District website right now, so if there's anybody looking or people, definitely refer them there. We've got driving range positions, party host attendants, pro shop, starters and rangers, so we are looking to fill some positions. And really right now it's just booking as many guaranteed events as possible, looking to get new leagues, outings, and permanent tee times. That's really what we're fielding phone calls on right now.
Questions or comments for Tom?
Regarding gaming,
Mhm.
is the state still withholding the checks? So we're getting the checks.
Yeah.
How many years have we had the gaming now?
This is our
Year and a
second
half.
season. We've had two years now.
Right, it was, we started February 4th, 2014.
Okay, so how are we doing?
In 2015, we did better than 2014, partially because we had an extra month. So if I remember right, I believe our revenue was up $6,000.
Correct.
And our net was up $7,000. Once
You
again, we had
looking
an
for an
extra
actual
month.
dollar amount, like 40,000?
No, I'm just making
or
sure
something?
35.
Because I remember at one point we weren't doing well and we weren't getting the services. So with the company Gold Rush, okay. How are they performing satisfactory to
Yeah, on the machine end, we've had no issues with them in terms of servicing machines, updating games. On that end, they changed who our sales rep was back in September, October. So I've been working with Lori now, who's been a little more a lot more receptive in terms of promotional pieces, signage. We've got the gaming postcard that went out in the first week in January. They did a giveaway promotion that where we're trying to get people to come in. So she's been working with us. Her assistant actually comes out and plays in the Bags League that we have on Wednesday night. So he's there every week, which is nice. So he gets to see what's going on. So they've been a lot better since.
So you're pleased?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, you can always.
You're always
looking at
bags,
it.
Ben. What did you end up with for teams?
We have 9 teams that are signed up, so 18 people every week for that, and then we get a couple stragglers that'll come in and
Watch
hang
it,
out.
right?
They might bring some friends with. And, I mean, they're usually there till about 10 o'clock on Wednesdays. So.
So, speaking of the gaming, we also had a inspection, and we passed flying colors.
Good.
Great, no doubt.
Platinum.
Any other questions or concerns? Business services update. Rhonda Brewer, please.
I'm going to follow up on what Tom said. We are hiring, and in addition to the positions that he mentioned, we have positions for lifeguards, horticulture, camp counselors, park maintenance, and please, everyone, check our website because you might find a job out there. The big project that's affecting my department as well as leisure services is Rec Track. The trainer came for the second week of training last week, and the staff has input a lot of the activities and memberships. And currently, as he's gone, we're working on the back end, like the financial side of it. And his next visit will be March 14th, where he'll train on daily processes like how to sell memberships and programs. So it's keeping all of us busy. And next week, the auditors arrive. That's all I have to report.
Okay, regarding the hiring, Ben, it used to be a policy that Alan Peterson had to kind of like you had to be in forestry or, have a degree or specialty in that field. Are you still honoring that, or was that something that actually kept away a certain amount of employees?
I'm not aware of that policy, so no, I don't follow
Commissioner
that policy.
Sauter is, so I'm just making sure that if it exists, that maybe that's what's keeping some of, well, we have some vacancies. I don't know what kind of demand there is to fill an internship or to be paid $9 an hour, while you're going to school. So
Well, our only vacancy is in Hort, and as you know, that's not a great job. You're pulling weeds, and that's about it. You don't get to use equipment really. That's our only vacancies is in Hort. We have like 3 part-time positions. So summer help's been great. We've had a lot of good luck with college kids. So yeah, we're not doing too bad in that regard. But
all right, so you just don't need a major in that to be in a part-time employee.
to pull weeds.
Reliable.
Okay, well, and I don't want to go there either. I just want to make sure that maybe it's something we looked at.
Yeah.
Okay. And Tammy or Ben, can you reiterate to the public where we're putting the $1 an hour increase? I know it's lifeguards. Is it any of your positions?
Lifeguards are our main ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then part-time year-round is $1 more. It's at $12 an hour.
Okay.
And golf.
And golf,
That
too.
would be the same with our maintenance. That's we've got at least looking to hire at least 3 to 4 maintenance staff on the grounds end.
Okay. Thank you, Rhonda. Executive Director update, Tom Busby, please.
Yes. On February 22nd, we anticipate the next seasonal brochure to hit the streets, so be on the lookout for that. Also an update on community athletic fields. We anticipate the Village of Itasca Board to approve the project next week. We are still meeting with our architects to continue with the design, and we anticipate bringing it to the board for approval at the second meeting in April. So I believe that's April 28th. And then we would start construction starting July of 2016 and completing it in the spring of 2017. As far as the 50th anniversary is concerned, once again, May 24th is our actual anniversary. We're going to have some rollback pricing at some of our facilities. That will also be highlighted in the brochure that you receive. And we'll also have some kind of sweet treats that day. And I'll shoot the board the time, so in case you guys would like to help with that. And then July 17th, we will have the 50th, 60th combo party with the village. And more details to follow on that. And if any residents have any old pictures or videos, if you could forward those to the Park District, either Shannon, Elsie, Kelly Carbon, or myself. We are creating a 50th video, and it may make the video. So
You might want to qualify that pictures and videos related to the park.
to the Park District, yes. Yes. Thank you, Ralph. And that's my update.
Okay, you brought up CAF a little bit. I just want to hit on a point before we go to old business. Commissioner Bianchi brought up a good point. We should make, and maybe this falls to you, Ralph, as chair of athletics, make one more run at anybody who uses that field and tell them, speak up now or forever hold your peace regarding, what it looks like, what their concerns are, because as we move forward at our next couple of meetings, that's it. And so if they were just holding back or didn't have an opportunity or didn't realize how fast we're moving, here's their last chance.
So there was an article Monday on the Community Athletic Fields project, and I noticed online there was one comment, and maybe there's more now, but there was a comment in regards to trying to leave the bathrooms open as long as possible. But unfortunately, that won't be possible because that building is going to be completely renovated, and so it's going to be torn down. And that's the first part of the project, is to tear down the facility, the building, so that we could construct the new ones. So unfortunately, we're going to have to use porta potties out there for a number of months.
Okay. Well, and that's something to think
back
of.
to your point, though, Bill, the look of it, I don't think has ever been really the question. The biggest concern the associations that use that facility had was storage space, and I think during the meeting we had with the athletic associations, we kind of confirmed that there's going to be more than they have currently, and hopefully with the cages and the storage above the cages, it'll actually be more than the extra square footage. I mean, there's going to be plenty of storage space, but I will make the rounds one more time.
And then I'd also think it's important, it's not so much when we do the maintenance building or Fountain Square, but since this is a high-profile area, maybe we can continue to update as you went online, that we make sure that we've got updates on our website, and, we're certainly communicating with the athletic associations. All it takes is one group to spread out wrong news, and that spreads. Anything else then, Tom?
No.
We're at old business. Do any commissioners or staff have any old business to share at this time? Hearing none, we're on new business. I need a motion and a second for adoption of ordinance number 367. This is an ordinance providing for the issue of $1,800,000 taxable general obligation limited tax park bonds, series 2016, of the Park District for the building, maintaining, improving, and protecting of the existing land and facilities of the Park District, and for the payment of the expenses incident thereto, providing for the levy a direct annual tax to pay the principal and interest on said bonds, and authorizing the sale of said bonds to the corporate fund of the Park District.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions regarding this adoption? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner Sauter?
Yes.
Commissioner Walls?
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi?
Yes.
President O'Malley?
Yes. We're at payment of the bills. I've got 3 sets of bills. January 28, 2016, the amount of $134,706.04. February 4th, 2016, the amount of $241,760.73. February 8th, 2016, the amount of $90,870.99. Do I have a motion and a second to approve these three sets?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments regarding these three payments of bills? Hearing none, Kathy, roll call, please.
Commissioner Sauter,
Yes.
Commissioner Wells,
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi.
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
President O'Malley.
Yes. Our next meeting date will be February 25th, 2016 at 7 o'clock p.m. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Wells,
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi.
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
Commissioner Sauter,
Yes.
President O'Malley.
Yes, this meeting of February 11th is adjourned.